Well, this afternoon we've been... Noodle. Right, stop it. What was that? This afternoon we have been doing our reading group with Noodle, our Therapet. Our group is called Project Paws, and we started it about a year ago at Inverurie Academy, and we work with a small group of pupils. The pupils are selected by the teachers who feel that there's a particular need, whether that be socially or whether they have difficulty with reading, perhaps they're dyslexic. Tends to be the pupils who have difficulty with social interaction, and those are the ones that we've seen the most benefit, I think.
The primary thing is you don't train your dog, so it's not like guide dogs or hearing dogs where they're trained in that role. It's all based on the temperament of the animals. So I always knew Noodle she had a very placid nature and a very good way with people. She's actually an ex-show dog, so she's very used to being handled and around other people and around other animals as well. She's 8.5 years old, and she's been a Therapet now for 3 years. So she goes into a primary school on a Monday. She comes here on a Tuesday. She's been coming here for, I think it's around about 1.5 years, probably, to the school now. And she goes to a care home fortnightly as well. So on top of that, she also goes to Pause for Stress events at universities and workplaces, where she's usually in a group of maybe 8 other dogs, and it's sort of designed to relieve stress from people studying or in the workplace as well.
When the pupils arrive at the session, we have a sort of meet and greet situation where they come in and they talk to Noodle and they talk to myself and Amy, Noodle's owner, and Mrs. Gibb, and we have a chat about what they've been doing in the last week, and then we start reading. So normally we read short stories, and that allows us to get a whole story done in one session. And during that time, while we're reading the book, we pass the book around and they read a section. So that they don't have to read, but they usually do read. And while they're reading, if we have a tricky word, then Mrs. Gibb will look it up in the dictionary, or Amy, and we'll discuss the word that's perhaps tricky.
Okay. Heavy and strong.
Heavy and strong. Okay.
In the primary, for example, we do one-to-one with the children, so they have 15 minutes where they come in and read, or perhaps talk about their home life. Some of them maybe have like learning difficulties, or so it's designed there to just the pet's meant to be seen as being non-judgmental, so they can talk to the vet about their problems, or they can just cuddle them when they read. In here, I've noticed a huge difference with confidence levels more than anything, I think. Definitely some of the pupils that have come from the start almost have really, really benefited. It's made a great difference to them.
The pupils that have been to the group have certainly improved since they started, and they're much more confident, much more able to read aloud, and they appear more relaxed with the rest of their peers. And certainly having the dog around has helped to make them feel more relaxed and confident reading aloud, particularly. And behaviourally, they're a lot better behaved, certainly when they're in the group, more kind of content to be here.
I feel very calm here, and it's not in like a noisy classroom, because when I'm in a classroom I don't feel like concentrated there. I lose like confidence there. But when I'm in a smaller group, I feel more confident.
Soon Dad could only get around in a wheelchair. With no mum or brothers or sisters, Alfie had to care for his father alone. He had a great gift for telling stories. "Listen, pup," he would begin. Dad would often call his son that, which Alfie loved.
Well, I like seeing Noodle stroking her and reading the books as well. It's quite calming to do that, and it's not a lot of people as well. It's smaller, and it just feels nicer. Between meal snack was Squanny
Scrawny.
Scrawny.
A little 12-year-old boy. So Dad had to save him.
Big words in that one. In Aberdeenshire alone, we've got 120 dogs, but the only problem we have with the schools is that it's a volunteer service, so people work 9 to 5, so the hours don't lend themselves as well, whereas hospitals or care homes, it can be more flexible and go in the evenings or weekends. However, yeah, we would love to have more Therapets that are available to go into schools.
And what difference does having a dog here make?